In this video, we're going to show you to install the ABS speed sensor on your Volvo XC60 located behind the front wheels. Using a 19mm socket, you want to get it loosened and remove the lug studs. With the lug studs removed, go ahead and remove the wheel. Now with the wheel removed, you're going to go ahead and locate your ABS wire right here, and it's right at the clevis fork area for your strut. Now the ABS wire is right down inside, and there is a sensor down below. I want you to go ahead and disconnect this wire. Now right here is a tab that you want to push in on. Sometimes you can reach in there and push on it by hand. I prefer to use something like this here. This is just a screwdriver. You can press in on that and reach out and grab that harness or that connector and pull up on that. Wiggle that up and out like so. Now in order to gain access to the screw down here, we need to use a T25 extended bit here. Now we can't use this here because of the clearance, so we can't use the short stubby on our ratchet. So you're going to have to use something that's longer and narrow to get down into it. I want to go ahead and pull that out. Now, chances are yours is going to be stuck like ours, and you can use a pair of pliers. Sometimes using something like this here, a pair of hose pliers, you can go down and grab a hold of this here. You want to grab it and twist it and rock it out. If it's stuck, you can go ahead and use some spray solvent in there. So to pry and rock this a little bit, get some of that rust penetrant down inside. Sometimes you can spray it with a solvent, and that might loosen things up as well. All right, so at this point here, we have a little bit of movement out of this, and what I ended up doing, in order to get this, I took one of my picks here, and I was able to shave an edge on this here, so it was more flat to get underneath. And I was able to put it underneath and use the knuckle as some leverage and just kind of rock it underneath to get underneath the lip of this sensor. And at the same time, I'm going to rock and pull at the same time. And yes, things are breaking off. So we'll get this up underneath. And coming back to my hose pliers and grab that and try and twist this up and out. But there we go, we got it. You can see I was able to get the pickup underneath the edge here and rock it up against the knuckle to work that up and out. Now that we have the old one out, go ahead and lower the new one down into place. Go ahead and take that screw, feed that down and in. I want to go ahead and get that screw started by hand first. Yeah, let's go ahead and snug that down. Now that does have a brass sleeve inside there, so you're not going to risk cracking the housing on the speed sensor itself, but you just want to go ahead, once that bottoms out, just give it a tiny bit more, not even a full turn. You just want that to be snug. Go ahead and take the electrical harness here, line that up, and then push it down and on. You're going to hear and feel it lock into place. Now if you have any ABS codes on the dash, you want to go ahead and use a scan tool and clear that code, install your wheel, and go for a road test. Before installing your wheel, I like to go ahead and grab a lug stud, set it up inside the socket like so, set that aside. Now ideally I like to go ahead and line up one of these studs here at 12 o'clock. I'm going to grab my wheel, line up one of those studs at 12 o'clock, support that on my leg, and grab that stud in my socket and get that top center started. Go ahead and thread that in a few threads. Once you have that in a few threads, go ahead and get the other ones started. Now once we have all of these started, we can come back and zip them down with our gun. When snugging these down, I like to do it in a crisscross pattern or a star pattern. And you're just going to bottom those out, snug, but don't tighten them. Let's go ahead and torque down our lug nuts to 103 foot-pounds. When doing this here, it's best if we do it in a crisscross or star pattern. At that point there, you're all set.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.